The UK's Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, will travel to France to sign a deal tackling the number of refugee boats moving across the English Channel. The new agreement will increase the number of French police patrolling beaches near Calais, where migrants are jumping into the freezing water to try to board boats.
These are people traffickers in the English Channel and making an early start. It is dawn off the coast of northern France and they're making their first pickups of the day. What you're seeing is something new, a fresh tactic to evade arrest and make money, a taxi boat service. The smugglers meander along the shoreline. Staring them down from the beach are lines of French police, but they're not authorised to enter the water. And in the middle, dozens of migrants crashing into the sea, desperate to grab a spot aboard. It is chaotic and turbulent. On the sand, the outnumbered authorities can only try to chase people away from the approaching boats, but their efforts are unsuccessful. The migrants plead with traffickers to get closer to them, and soon enough there are no more spaces left on this ride to Britain. It's mainly men, but we do see a few women and a handful of small children. And it's dangerous. It's cold and bleak on the water, and there are no life jackets included in this fare. The boats head off. They're overloaded. The motors are struggling. They need to drop some weight if they're going to make it. And the solution is brutally heartless. People jettisoned. We spot 3 men in the icy waters. They need urgent help. Hypothermia has set in. They can't swim anymore. Our skipper, Olivier, knows the dangers here. The men are dragged safely onto the deck, but they need medical attention fast. Once on board, they're taken back to the port in Calais for treatment. Hopes of reaching Britain dashed, at least for today. In the earlier hours, more boats had crossed the channel, several of them closely monitored by French border patrols. But maritime law prevents them from intercepting unless those on board say they're in distress. Those are restrictions that cause a moral dilemma for many people involved.
Moi, je connais quelques gendarmes et policiers qui sont dans cette situation-là, hein, et d'un autre côté, ils trouvent pas ça normal, donc ils veulent appliquer la loi maritime, et d'un autre côté, ils disent, ben, si on les empêche pas de traverser, ben, tout le monde va vouloir traverser.
The British and French governments are trying to thwart these crossings, but as the rules of the game change, so the risks get higher. And as winter sets in, the number of people crossing shows little sign of slowing. As these waters get colder and more treacherous, the danger will grow.